Hello, I'm Sarah Davis from Integrated Treatment Services, and today I'm going to tell you about an approach called cued articulation. So cued articulation was developed by a speech and language therapist from Australia called Jane Passy back in the 1980s. And Jane wanted to develop an approach where you could see a sound. So for children who may have developmental verbal dyspraxia, or for children perhaps with an autistic spectrum disorder, who may really struggle to actually understand the concepts of sounds, but actually visually need to see something related to sounds. This system can be really, really useful, along with children with perhaps dyslexia difficulties and just developmental speech sound difficulties. So we often know that if children are struggling to hear sounds correctly or to store sounds correctly, then in their speech production there may be some sound errors. Lots of these sound errors then get sort of stuck, get trapped, and it can be quite a difficult job to try and shift those changes. So if a child can actually see what sound they're needing to make and see what sound is at the beginning or the middle or the end of a word, we can hopefully help them to sort of shift those patterns quicker, and also not to reflect those sound errors in their reading or their writing or their spelling. So it's important to note that this approach can also be used for the reading, writing, spelling angle, because it has a colour-coded system. So you can also underline different sounds, so different sounds in words, to reinforce this sort of cued system. You'll find on our website there's all the colours for the different sounds that I'm going to go through with you today. I'm going to just teach you the signs today, but there is lots and lots of sort of resources on the website that will show you the actual colour-coded system, and also further video tutorials to show you how you might sort of introduce the idea of cued articulation, and how you might sort of run a little project with either the children that you're working with or the adults that you're working with to help make sense of these signs. So it's important to recognise that the sounds are paired. So when we put sounds in these signing systems, there is a voiced and a voiceless sound. I should say that we always start with a voiceless and we're going to move on to the voiced. So some people do describe that the voiceless means it's sort of a quiet sound, and the voiced is a louder sound. That's not typically true, but to our ear, that's how it sounds. The hand positions that we use, what's important about it is the position of the hand shows you where the sound is made, but the shape of the hand shows you how the sound is made, okay? So for the voiceless or the quiet sounds, we only use one finger, and for the louder sounds, the voice sounds, we use two fingers. So I'm going to go through the signs now, and I'm going to give you the sound and then the sound in a word. So how might you use this cued sign if you're actually going to be speaking a whole single word? Okay, so the first one is p. Okay, so it's a single finger, index finger and thumb, and it's p. And if we were saying the word pie, we would say pie. So the next sound, it's pair, that goes with it is b. Okay, so this is two fingers because it's a voiced, it's a loud sound, and it's b. And the word, if we were saying buy, would be buy. Okay, so the next sound I'm going to do is t. Okay, so this one is vertical, and you need your just one finger because it's a quiet sound, so t. So if you were saying the word two. The next sound is d, so you need two fingers, d. Or if you're saying the word do. The next sound is the quiet sound k. So you do either use this one for the kicking k or the curly k. Okay, so that's down here, like an arch on your index finger, k. Okay, or if you were saying the word key, you say key. Okay, so the pair that goes with that one is a g. Okay, so this is two fingers in an arch, g. And if you're saying the word go, you'd say go. The next sound is m, okay? So on this one, it's one finger up near the nose, m. And if you were going to use nose, it's two fingers, nose. Okay, so m for my, and n for nose. Okay, the next sound, just one on its own. There's no paired sound with this one. And this sound would only come at the end of the words, and it's Okay, so you need actually 2 hands. It's one of the only sounds that you actually need 2 hands for. And you're doing ring, ring. Okay, ring. So ring. The next sound, this is another one that's on its own, is h. So you do h, h. Or in how. The next sound is a f sound. So you'd use a single finger and you use it horizontally and you're using your teeth on your lips. Or if you're using the word fan, you say fan. This next sound is the louder sound of the pair, so it's v. And if you're using the word van, so you say v or van, van. The next sound is s, our snake sound. And you use one finger, and it's horizontal, and we say s, or in the word sun, sun. The pair to this sound is z, so 2 fingers horizontally, z, and this would be in the word zoo, zoo. The next sound is a sh sound, so you use like a C going forward, sh. And the same for its pair, as in zh, zh. So if you were saying the word shoe, it would be shoe. And if you were saying the zh, like in treasure, you'd say treasure, treasure, 2 fingers. So the sh is a quiet sound, that's when you've got the 1 finger, and the zh is a louder sound, that's when you've got the 2 fingers. Zh. Okay, the next one is th. So in this one, you need to have your finger, again, a bit like a C shape, and it's starting with a T and going th, th. And the next one, so if it was like in think, you'd be saying think. If it's louder partner, so the, you'd be using the 2 fingers and the, like in them. Okay, the next one is a ch sound, and this is made of 2 sounds, so it's a t and a ch. Okay, so you're using chop, 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 so it's a t and a ch, chop. And for its voiced pair is the j sound, so it's a d and a j, so jug, or j, or jug, jug. Okay. We're nearly there with the sounds. So the next one is l. This is a sound on its own, and you'll be using 2 fingers, lady, or l, lady. R is the next sound, and this is similar to the r sound, but you've got a curl, so they're going in r, r, and in the word run, run. Okay, the next one is a w sound. So you've got your fingers almost in like a little, to reflect the shape of your lips really, so they're sort of in a round shape and then it's going to open up. So w, w. So you can see that's a sign that you can really see clearly reflects the lip patterns that you're doing. Your lips start in a little circular movement and then they spread, so w. So as I was saying at the beginning, you can see that the shape of the hand shows you how it's made. So this is why children are finding it, or adults that have had a stroke, are finding it really, really visually very easy, because a sign is representing what you will be doing with your articulators. Okay, one of the last ones we've got is yeah. So this one is a flat hand pointing forwards, and again it's going to spread. So it's yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the last sound to show you is qu, like in queen. So this one, you use your k sound down here, and it's queen, queen. So again, your lips are doing that lip spreading at the end, so queen. Okay, so that's all the consonant sounds.